statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Horned Frogs offense will have the first crack at it in this one. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses.
It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Foster. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This is a designed run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Quarterback will keep it. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
What a lucky break.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The roar of the crowd trying to keep them pinned in their own end. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man downfield. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Casey. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Going to look downfield again. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
They punt it away on 4th down. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Power football with the run. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Grab near the marker, it's Farmer. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Looking to throw, it's Foster. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Farmer. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Farmer. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Complete to the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. The give out of the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Looking to fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks. Obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Foster. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Cowboy. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Back to pass. With the catch, it's Callaway.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on 3rd down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on 4th?
Going for the marker on the ground. Turning it on. And into the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown time.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Finds his man. It's Vaughn. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Guys, here comes that Alabama onto the field. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Looking for a man. It's Foster. Time to take a shot. Picked off to stop the threat. He's marked down at the 21-yard line as the defense comes up with a turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what... could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy.
Loose in the middle. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. Hard running there. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Dropping back, it's Casey. Fires into the end zone. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. They make the stop right at the 10-yard line, but oh, what a turn of momentum with that interception. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Algier. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Scrambling away. Working on the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The pitch to the left. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up...
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Running to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And they'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just outside the opponent's 45.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Sends it back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Casey. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call. Everyone on the same page here. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Stands in and takes the hit. Looking to get it in. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working, you're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Foster. It's complete on the right side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Got a man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll toss it to the left. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa.
The Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Solid run on the last play sets this offense up on first down. Looking to throw, it's Foster. Going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Right on target this time.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They got it at the 30.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting damn close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Navy was anything but dominant today, but the midshipmen are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L-Cup. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes that Alabama offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talk about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Foster. He's got it. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Farmer. At the 20, he's got space. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Wants to keep it in the air. The throw to the outside is complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 2nd down. Trying to pull his way in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there because it's 3rd and short. You're in field goal range. Can't take a sack and knock yourself out of that field goal range. You don't want to force the football into traffic, risking an interception. Throw it away. Now you can kick the field goal if you want to.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. To the air, it's Foster. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I like the decision to go for it, and I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, are they going to power it in? Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch, huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. 1st down for this offense. To the air, it's Casey. And he dropped it, just didn't work the thing all the way in.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him, and he drops it. If you're going to call for the ball like that and call your shot, you've got to secure the catch.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Under fire. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything in the game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to pass, it's Foster. Quickly out to the tight end. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Looking downfield on first down. He lets it fly. Touchdown time! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game one. Blowout win looking like in game two. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner will be knocked down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. Wants to go up top on first down. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
It'll be third and long. The corners are walked up tight. On third down, he drops to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Defense. That's... is going to be a coaching point in position meetings this week. I mean, he is going to get an earful from the coaches on the sidelines. Now they'll run the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Looking downfield, it's Foster. He fires to the left side. He's got it on the outside. Open spaces. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Off-play action on 1st down. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long. Early.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. And this one is perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some space. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Plows through the defense. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Callaway. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Back to throw. It's Foster. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team, offensively, defense.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner goes down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been...